Hi, welcome to Mr. Otter's Studio. Today I'm going to show you a really simple origami diamond. I learned how to make this in my junior high math class. It's one of the main things I remember from that class, so thank you, Mr. Williams. Even though overall I had a pretty hard time in that class. I did love the origami lesson. All you need are your hands and a square piece of paper. If you don't have a square piece of paper, you can make one just by, this is a normal size sheet of paper. You just want to line the bottom to the left edge or the right edge if you're left-handed. Doesn't have to go in this direction. Crease it, and then just cut the flap off. Okay. So now you have a square. Pretty simple. For really intricate folded things, I like this lighter origami paper. This is just cardstock, so it's going to be a little bit harder to fold, but maybe it'll be easier for you to see, especially with these shadows. If you're starting with a square piece of paper, go ahead and fold one of the corners up to the one across from it, diagonally. Then you're going to do the same thing to the other corner, so you're making an X in the middle of your paper. See the X? And now turn it so it's like a diamond, and you're gonna bring this edge to the middle. So I try to start at the top, and then I just keep moving it until this edge lines up with the middle, at least in a section, and then I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. And you can, sometimes I'll use scissors to smash my folds. Now you're gonna take the next side and you're gonna line it up in the middle, just like you did over there. So I kind of try to line up this part, and then this part usually is pretty close. And again, I think it's harder with cardstock, because see how it just starts folding itself. And again, you can take scissors and crease it if you want. I'm going to. Then you're gonna turn it upside down, and you're gonna do the same thing here. So fold up to the center line, crease, fold this edge up to the middle, so then when you open it up, it looks like this. We've got this cool diamond shape in the middle. And now I'm going to turn it over like this and do the same thing on the bottom side and the top side. So I'm going to bring this edge to the middle, and this point should actually kind of line up right there. So I think it's a little bit easier to line this side up once you already have those folds. And then bring this side to the middle. If you're using thinner paper, it's not gonna make these types of folds. Flip it around and do the same thing on the bottom side. So I'm just bringing this corner to that point right there. Sometimes I think with these, the hardest part is this bottom tip. And then you're gonna bring this side up to the middle. Nice. So we're making these really big diamond shapes. Okay, and there's only 2 folds left. So now we're gonna do hamburger style, is what I like to call it. We're just gonna fold the bottom side up to the top. And then we're gonna open it up, turn it, and do the same thing with this side. Bottom to the top, smash it, and open it up. So you can kind of see all of these really cool designs in here. And we're gonna be doing it, so you want these folds, you wanna have them kind of folding in to start this next step. Because we're gonna be doing some reverse folds. So a reverse folds is in the middle of each of these sides, this piece right here, this piece, this piece, this piece, they're gonna be reverse folded. So we're actually folding it in, okay? See that? So we're gonna fold those in. I like to start with this because it just makes it a little bit easier to see the shape. And then once we start folding it up, these, let's see. Sometimes it'll just automatically be awesome and just fold right together like this. But sometimes you kind of have to go through your paper and like manipulate it a little bit to get it to go fold out and in, out, in, out, in, out, okay? But once you fold this side in, it should be pretty easy to fold the rest. And then you have these nice ridges. And then you can glue this together and add a string. If you're going to be making an ornament out of your diamond, here are some different ideas. You could hot glue these together right here with a string. So that would work. And this is actually just a piece of yarn. So that might be a cheap way to do it. You could also use string instead of yarn. There's lots of cool colors. If you don't have a ton of time, like maybe just stick a rubber band in there. So what I would do is kind of open it up, put that in there right there, and then just staple the top together. And then that's gonna be pretty secure. So that's, if I was a teacher, I would do it this way. But if you're making them just for yourself, then you don't have to use the elastic, but I don't know. Personally, I really like the stapler elastic method, but you could do whatever you want. You could do any kind of decorations like this, big, small, maybe even for a set for a play or something. But, well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day.